I chose to do my presentation on the book 50 Coffees, How to Build a Community in Your Business One Coffee at a Time by Jenny Moats. To start, I actually came across this book when a mentor of mine suggested I do something he wishes he would have done in college. His name is Connor Lee. He works at a mortgage banking company located here in Columbus, and I have worked for him in the past couple of summers. What draws me toward Connor is the fact that he sees things the way they are and does not sugarcoat anything. He has quite the resume in the mortgage banking industry, but there's so much more to him than he leads on. In college, he was a kicker at the University of Pitt. He had a great success there and kicked the winning field goal in one of the biggest games in Pitt history. In addition to his success, his little brother followed in his footsteps as a linebacker at Pitt and currently plays in the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. He has stories upon stories of triumph and failure, but you would never know unless you sat down and asked him. At the end of my second internship under Connor, he sat me down and we discussed what my future could and should look like. He shared with me one of his biggest regrets in college, a mistake he did not want me to make. He said he wished he would have focused less on memorizing material to get good grades and instead read books and met with people in the real estate business. He mentioned he had read a book called 50 Coffees and it changed his whole outlook on life, as well as his plans for how he was going to find a job. After reading this book, Connor made it his goal to meet with 50 new people a year. He started with someone he knew. When he went to meet with that person, he brought a printed out list of the person's LinkedIn connections with highlights of people he wanted to meet. At the end of his meeting, he asked the person to run through the list and see if he would mind introducing Connor to any of these people, or if the person had any contact information. He went through the same process with everyone he met. His networking grew extensively, and he eventually came across my dad, who was able to find him a job. After hearing Connor's story, I was very interested in learning more about this book and potentially trying to set goals for myself to meet new people. I also planned to read the book 50 Coffees, but ultimately never found the time until now. The point to the story about Connor is that there's so much more to a person than what you learn from short communication. You really learn about a person when you sit down and start asking questions.